Good morning. Hmm. I'm just going to jump in this morning. Boundaries when separation serves us. I have often said that separation is the only true illusion, most recently in my last couple videos. However, living in a material world also establishes boundaries. While it is true that we all live in a common energy field I'll call spirit, we cannot physically intermingle with everyone else in that field. You see, the field is a free will zone, at least on Earth and other planets of material existence. It would not serve us, nor our highest good, if we could not separate ourselves from those having a different purpose, a different agenda. It's the same in our bodies. Our organs function synergetically as a team, yet they do not mix with each other. There is differentiation. The heart and the brain are physically separated, as are all the other organs. The same is true in society. Varying segments of the social order have differing roles to play, separate roles. The awakening of unity consciousness, our new paradigm, recognizes this and also the fact of our interconnectedness. Today I hope to explore how separation serves us for your consideration. I had a call yesterday, a phone call from a friend in Ohio named Barbara, who has been involved in various festivals and other gatherings for a long time of pagan and Christian orientation. And she has explored both the pagan and the Christian orientation. She's very much committed to Jesus and to the Christian aspect, but she's also very aware of the aspect, the pagan aspect in which there is the worship of the beast, as she explained it to me. And she said some of those people don't even have souls. They are totally committed to what we would, many of us would classify as an evil agenda. Now, I don't know about the part of not having souls. I've heard other people claim that there are beings that have no soul. Personally, I have trouble buying into that concept because, from my perspective, the soul is the divine essence that's in everything, whether it's human, animal, plant, mineral, whatever. The soul is the divine essence, and it's impossible to make anything or to have any existence apart from the divine essence, because the divine essence is what gives life to the entirety of creation, the entirety of the manifest and unmanifest worlds. I have trouble grasping even the possibility that a being could not have that spark of divinity, because that would separate God from God, or the creator from the creation, or from a creation. It would allow a creation apart from the creator, and I don't believe that's possible, which is why I emphasize that separation is the only true illusion, because that's a foundational belief that I have, that everything is made of God. And I've said this before, my definition of God, and to me it's the most perfect definition, is all that is, nothing separate. Yet I recognize in society that there are apparently groupings of people that have specific agendas. And from a purely human perspective, some of those agendas seem very dark, very ominous, evil, if you will. They seem to get it all backwards. Our entire economic structure, our political structure, our corporate structure, all of the models of our current matrix society seem to be operating ass backwards. They seem to not be honoring life, but rather glorifying in violence, death, and suffering. That's where they seem to be. And I sure as heck, and I'm sure most of you, have no desire to commingle with people that are committing atrocities and true immorality, which is using your power, if you will, to force others to do things against their will or without even inviting them to be willing. We don't want to mix with that. I don't want to mix with that. And yet I recognize the light that's in them. That's dark energies, but there is light there. There is divine essence. And that's why I'm able to say, and why Jesus was able to say, love your enemies. Do good to them that persecute you and say all manner of evil against you falsely. It's not that we're in bed with them. It's not that we're in league with them. But if we do not shine our light and allow our love to penetrate that aspect of our being, because it is another reflection of us. It's the part of us that we're not acting out right now. It's the part of us that is playing a role that we're not currently playing. But it's still part of the whole. It's still part of the whole. So we shine the light there. We send the love there. We don't separate ourselves mentally and emotionally from that, although we have to keep a safe distance from it so that we don't get sucked in by it and assimilated into that energy, because that's not our role right now. Our role is to shine the light. And I'm speaking now, of course, to light workers or those that choose to awaken at this time. I'd like to believe that everybody would choose to awaken at this time. I also realize that maybe there's some that absolutely will dig in their heels and adamantly refuse to love. They will refuse to awaken. They will refuse to play by different rules and other than the rules, the distorted rules that they've been playing by. I have to allow what God would allow, or what the Creator would allow, and that is each individual soul to make his or her choices. And what's happening in our world now is, as the lights come on more and more, as more and more people awaken, those that have been playing the dark roles are realizing, much to their dismay and chagrin, that they cannot continue the game plan that they've had for all of these truly millennia, but centuries for sure. They've been playing this game of trying to create a one world order, a new world order that is separated from the order of the divine, separated from loving, separated from being authentic. Everything is based on a lie. They are people of the lie, or beings of the lie. And this is the beast, this is the Luciferian thing. But here's the other side of the paradox. It has, even that has a function in the awakening. Because in order for us to fully awaken, we have to get to the point where we're uncomfortable with the lie and are willing to embrace the truth. And everybody right now has that opportunity. Every soul on this planet is being confronted with the contrast that will enable them to make a decision. Which way do you want to go? Which role do you want to play? Do you want to keep playing the role of the lie, or do you want to step into the truth, which there you're going to find the compassion, the forgiveness, the love? And I know there's those that are saying, well, there's nothing to forgive because there's no separation. But that's not the experience that we have as humans. And I don't believe it's the experience that people on other planets would have either if they are in separate bodies. But I can't speak for other planets because my consciousness right now is here on Earth. And while I do believe my origins come from other than just planet Earth, I've been connected to the Earth for a long time, and so have some of you. Probably all of you, but I can't say all because I don't know what your reality is. But I am connected to the Earth because I have long held, even before this lifetime, I'm convinced, I have held the idea that my purpose is to establish the kingdom of heaven on earth, manifest as a time of prosperity and abundance for all, a time of peace, a time of great joy and celebration, a time of great creativity, of co-creating together a beautiful paradise, literally a paradise, but not a paradise of apathy, not a paradise where we are blissed out in our own ignorance, not that kind of a paradise, but a paradise where we are fully aware of all of the potentials, negative as well as positive. And our masculine and feminine energies co-join to create that new world. But right now, and until it changes, boundaries are really important. Now, will we reach a place and a point in time when the boundaries become irrelevant? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. Possibly, but we're not there yet. I can say that we're not there yet. It would be the same thing as saying, well, since separation isn't real, then I may as well have sex with everybody and be totally promiscuous, and the whole planet would be one giant orgy. Well, right now, with all of the wounding that we've experienced, that would probably produce not a very good scenario. Maybe at some point in time, that might, I doubt it, but I'm giving the possibility that might be the experience that souls choose to have, where they do intermingle on a more broad basis than where we are right now. But right now, for me anyway, I would choose to connect with one other being that I can align with mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and that we could co-join our energies voluntarily by choice, choosing to share our love 100%, or someone said recently 1000% with each other. Totally, totally committed so that we could experience the true intent of co-creation, the true intent of relationships, which I believe is to create worlds. And in fact, I believe all worlds that have been created that way, through the union of the masculine and feminine energies. I believe that. I can't prove it. It's a thought. It's a thought. But I feel there's truth in that belief. And I share it with you to help you to clarify some of the things that I've been saying about unity consciousness. Because you say, I don't want to be one with the Hitlers of the world and the Pol Pots and the barbarians and terribly evil people that have committed such atrocities against the human family. I don't want to be connected to that. I don't want to be a beast worshiper. Well, you don't have to be. You don't have to participate in that which you're not comfortable participating in. You're allowed to establish for yourself what is for you safe boundaries. And that includes ideas. You don't have to accept every idea that doesn't feel right to you. If it doesn't feel right to you, it's not for you right now. It might be at a future time. Hold that possibility open. But for right now, it's not yours. So spit out the bones. You don't have to swallow everything that's in front of you. You don't have to believe every idea that floats your way or that comes your way, not even from me. You don't have to do that. You are allowed to establish and encouraged to establish safe boundaries for yourself. You're allowed to say, no, I don't want that. You're allowed to do that and encouraged to do that. No is a very powerful word. A very powerful word. No, I don't want to go there. No, I don't want to do that. No, that's not who I choose to be. Now, the higher consciousness recognizes that that which we do not choose to be in this present moment, that we do have that energy, or we wouldn't even be able to perceive what it is that we don't want. We wouldn't even be able to perceive it. So anyway, I've rambled on here about this boundaries and separation serving us idea. And I trust that I've given you something to chew on, something to think about, something to ponder. Because we're right now in the middle of a tremendous shift in awareness, tremendous shift in consciousness. This is the awakening. And you need to be clear on what your responsibility is. Your responsibility is to respond to what's in front of you and to make a free will choice that is your choice for you right now. And play with the energies. Observe them. But don't go further than you're able to go at this time or at any time. Walk in integrity. Learn wisdom. That's all I'm going to leave you with for today. Thank you. Thank you very much for listening. Namaste.